Alright, you guys, welcome back to some more 99. We are in episode 4, and this is episode 2 of episode 4. And already interesting things are happening. We are on Noah's route right now, so I'm very excited about this. I was wondering how they're going to do this. Like, the first half of us was just kind of us gathering information as to why Noah hesitated when she was trying to defeat Iris. We're wondering, maybe does she not want to kill somebody? Is she hesitant of that? But we're not entirely sure. So we are branching off from everything we've done so far. Okay, so that's everything right there. Like, it's all kind of connected, right? Nope, this is completely separate, and I'm very excited for that because that means anything could happen. Like, this is going to go completely differently than it has in the past. So that's really exciting, and I'm excited to get to know more about Noah because we actually got to know a little bit more about her last episode. It seems like she's really big into anime. She likes Code Geass, which I thought was funny, even though they didn't say Code Geass. We all knew. But this is going to be good. I'm excited where this is going. And episode 4 is starting out strong. So let's just go ahead and continue on from here. Hey Kakeru, I'm back with the goods.
Thank you.
Oh frick, we're already changing things.
大丈夫？そんなに深く切った？
いや、大丈夫。
It's just a flesh wound.
大丈夫じゃないじゃん。めっちゃ血出てるじゃん。ほら、使いなよ、絆創膏。
ああ。
その前に消毒液使ったら持ってきてあげたよ。
Best teacher, bringing us disinfectant.
ありがとうございます。
Like to see it. I splash the disinfectant on the wound and apply the bandage. I still feel a bit disoriented, but I'm starting to get used to the abrupt process of having future memories stuffed into my head all at once. Granted, this is technically my first time experiencing it. I can imagine using Overlord so much I lose track of which me is really me, but I don't really think it'd have a side effect that cartoony. Okay, I don't know for sure, so maybe I shouldn't be abusing it just in case, but I've seen other people eroded by their stigmata, after all.
本当に大丈夫？ちょっと顔色悪い？家で休んでく？
Nah, he's fine. You know, nothing wrong here. Just installing memories from some fourth
い
wall.
や、大丈夫です。思ったより血が出てビビっただけです。
Okay, to be fair, I don't like the sight of blood either, especially when it's my own blood. Can't do it.
弱っ。
うっせえな。仁義どうですか？直せそうですか？
どうだろう。完全に壊れちゃったし。ダメだったら紙粘土とかで適当にレプリカ作っておけばいいんじゃない？
I'm so glad that I get to go back to this part, though, where we're just talking about making a paper mache out of the relic. That's kind of important. That served more of a role than just looking pretty.
マジっすか？いいんすかそれで？
Yeah, yes, it was very important. He doesn't even
フ
know.
ェスはさすがに中止ですかね。
知らないけど、二人はもう帰っていいよ。また地震来たら危ないし。ほーい。じゃあ、兄やん、帰ろっか。
そうだな。
Stand up and take a peek over yonder.
ごめんなさい。今は写真をご遠慮していただけると、まだ自信あるかもしれないので、避難を。
I still can't believe Miyako wore this outfit. Like, it's so, to me, uncharacteristic of her to wear something like this. She's like such like a shy and kind of, I mean, she's probably the most social, to be honest, though. She probably has the most friends, but at the same time, I feel like she's just very shy, and this is a very revealing, outgoing outfit. I had no idea what I was getting into when I just loaded up the game, and this was one of the first scenes you see. I was like, what are y'all making me play right now? And now I love this series so much. Kujo in cosplay is having an uphill battle with instructing people to evacuate. Guess I should back her up before I head home.
そら、先に行ってろ。
うん。なんで？
最後に一仕事してく。先生、お疲れ様でした。
はーい、お疲れ様。申し訳ありません。写真はご遠慮ください。今は避難を。
So real quick before we get into this, I wonder when Miss Naruse essentially gets taken over by Iris. I wonder when that happens. Because now that the relic's broken, all the artifacts are going to be flooding in right now.
すみません。非常時なので避難誘導に従ってください。ご協力ありがとうございます。あちらにお集まりください。
I cut in on the crowd surrounding Kujo and they start to disperse, all of them cleared. Clearly displeased.
それじゃあ俺先に上がるから。
様ありがとう。
But guys, real quick, can we all agree this is one of the best CGs? Like, it's the first CG we're introduced to, and it is clearly one of the best for many reasons. I don't need to list them. But I don't know. I just think Kujo's really cute in this. And it's very, like I said, very uncharacteristic of her to me. And I just feel like that makes it one of the better ones. I say my goodbyes to Kujo and leave the shrine. Oh boy, where is this going to go differently now?
レイヤーさんと知り合いだったの？
知り合いっていうかクラスメイト。
めっちゃ可愛いから芸能人か声優さんとかかなって思ってた。ニーニと同じアルバイトだったんだ。
あっちはバイトっていうか家業の手伝いみたいなもんだろ。
家業？イベント会社？
コロナグループのご令状。コーラのコロナ。
うわあ！え？コロナの令状とクラスメイト？
Yeah. I'm really surprised they didn't do more with that. Like, I feel like that would have been kind of like an important plot point. Like that she's pretty tied in with the town and sponsoring the anime and things like that. Didn't really do much with it, I feel like. Like, they just kind of used it as a point to say, like, hey, she's got all this money. Like, she probably could have very nice things, but she lives pretty, like, humbly, right?
だな。
へえ、すごいな。社長令状か。ニーニ、ちゃんと仲良くなっときなよ。そんで定期的に焼肉をおごってもらおう。
You treat us to yakiniku on the regular that way. Is Broham a new one? Guys, is that on our list? We have to have our revolving list of every bro that she says. So make sure Broham's on there, guys.
クズかよお前。
世の中金ですぜ、兄貴。
If the list isn't physical, make it mental, okay? Broski, Broham, Brofer. No, not Brofer. Was Brofer one? No. See, that's what I need. This is why I need the list. I don't know. Money makes the world go round, dear brother.
はいはい帰るぞ。
ちょい。
なんだよ。
どこ行くの？道違うでしょ。
駅に行く。俺ん家には入れん。
だよ、もういいじゃん。私もあそこ住みたい。
Nope. Now that we have a chance to go back and redo everything, we don't ever let her stay over. Don't ever let her live with us.
はいはいそういうのいいから帰るぞ。
Yep, you're going back. We're shipping you back where you came from.
はいお疲れさようなら。気をつけて帰れ。
Fare thee well and safe travels.
雑。流れ作業的に見送りやがって。
そろそろ電車来るぞ。
Train's a waiting, sister. I feel like that's like a quote from something.
わかったよもう。じゃあね、バイバイ。
はいバイバイ。
I watch as Sora walks for the ticket gate until she's out of sight. Okay, that's done. Now going home and killing time until dinner is a designated route after this, but... I'm supposed to encounter Sophie tonight. I don't know for sure when Iris started meddling with this world, but it's a safe bet to assume that it was at the same time as Sophie. That means that Iris will catch on to me tonight at the earliest. I can move around without anyone trailing me until then. That being said, I'm not going to be able to come up with a plan to outwit Iris in just a few hours. Nevertheless, I don't want to waste what little time I have. No, I don't want to waste it. What should I do? What's the earliest I get to know Yuki? Not till much later, I bet. So I guess my immediate goal is to make friends with Yuki ASAP. It would be best if we could make friends with her by today, but... Gotta think, how do I get to meet and get to know her? This is obvious. You just start bringing up anime with her. Just be a total weeb, and you'll be in. And he knows somewhat about her, I feel like. He knows somewhat. I feel like he should have enough information to at least get her interest, because he knows that she's a little bit chuny. He knows that she likes anime and things like that. And he kind of already knows about her ability, so he could use that to his advantage and get to know her very quick. But we'll see what he does. I'm curious. I don't know where she lives. I only know that she goes to Kuho Girls Academy, but today's a Sunday. She's a regular at 9 Ball, and I only get to see her there after school. I don't remember seeing her there on a Sunday. There's a chance she'll drop by on the way back from the festival. Wait, was she even at the festival? I don't really remember. That was another thing. Like, so they said this theory that maybe some of the people at the festival got artifacts. That's kind of what happened. People nearby. I wonder who all was there. I never really got like a good explanation of that, or at least I don't remember. What should I do? Alright, I made up my mind. First, I'll walk around the front of the station. Then if I don't find her, I'll head over to 9 Ball. It's worth a shot. I won't get my hopes up too high, but I'll do whatever I can. So where to first? Walking around here is fine, but I really should narrow down the places that Yuki is likely to be at. So maybe a store of anime merch or an electronics store that sells video games. Speaking of games, would she go to an arcade? I like how she just appears real quick. Alright. Out of the corner of my eye, I catch a glimpse of a familiar figure.
Oh.
There she is, right there, right under my nose. I don't know if she's on her way back from the festival or going shopping, but there she is, walking around with the same straight face. Well, I can't believe I actually ran into her. This is insane. Today's my lucky day. I should call out to her. Yeah, let's do that. That's the right thing to do. Like, she doesn't know us, though. What do you mean you're just gonna call out to her? That's weird. What's the holdup? Get out there and say something. I wonder if Kakuru's just gonna start speaking straight Chuny. And that's how he's gonna get her attention. That would be great. I would love to see it. No, I can't do it. Knowing Yuki, she'll think I'm trying to hit on her or something. I know Yuki, but the fact that I know her and she doesn't know me will make her think, huh? What are you, a stalker? It's no good. I can't think of any way to speak to her without coming across as suspicious. Yes, he knows what he needs to do. He needs to speak Chuny. She won't even question it. She'll just go with it. This is way too high of a hurdle for a virgin like me. You are not a virgin, sir. I will have you know. I have seen some things, okay? Once I put the adult patch on, there were some things in there, okay? I don't want to hear it. Anyways, I've got to catch up before I lose sight of her. My rather pathetic inner conflict aside, Yuki continues to calmly walk on. She's moving away from the station. Maybe she's going to 9 Ball. If she's not going home yet, then I think we still have a window to say something to her. If she's going to 9 Ball, then I can have a drink and take my time to come up with a plan to talk to her, too. Oh, is she going to notice we're following her? Once Yuki diverges from the main street to a place with fewer people, she stops dead in her tracks. Does she know I'm tailing her? I fret to myself for a second, but it doesn't seem like she does. It'd be way too suspicious if I stopped too, so I walk past Yuki, turn the corner, and keep tabs on her from behind a building. And now I'm in full stalker mode. Great. Uh-oh, she knows. She looks down at... Oh no, she's petting a cat. She is petting a cat. Her eyes are fixed on the rear tire of a motorcycle parked in the street. It's a cat, an orange tabby, I believe. Its face is charming and cute. I freaking knew it. I knew it. Yuki takes a long, hard look at the cat. The cat looks back at Yuki, slightly on guard. The headlock continues for several seconds. She checks again to see if anyone else is around. Readies herself and goes to pet the cat when... it runs away from her. Why did we expect anything different? It bolted out of there at top speed the second she stuck out her hand. She doesn't feel good about that. She's very clearly disheartened about getting turned down by that stray. The cat let her get really close, and just when she thought it was safe to take another step to pet it, it ran off. Yeah, it's freaking cats, man. I mean, I love cats, but they are little mischievous devils. I have to wonder if Yuki has tried to do this multiple times in the past. I'm guessing she's failed every single time. It's her greatest failure in life, for sure. Well, that most likely explains why she was so happy when she got to pet those cats to her heart's content with Kosaka-senpai's power. Heaving a sigh, Yuki stands up. Oh crap, she's coming this way. Safe to assume she's heading to 9 Ball given the direction she's walking. So I could get to the cafe before she does, but if my assumption is wrong, the chance encounter is going to go right down the drain. It's going to look a little weird if we were ahead of her and get there after her. So I'm not sure how we're going to play this one off. I mean, maybe we can act like we're distracted by something. Quickly hop over to a side path where Yuki comes. Then after I let Yuki get a head start, I resume tailing her. I follow her for a few minutes, maintaining a set distance. And as I suspected, she comes to 9 Ball. I wait about 5 minutes after Yuki enters the cafe before making my own way in.
いらっしゃいませ。
Waitress shows me to my seat. I order a cola and play with my phone until it arrives, then I give it an occasional sip as I observe Yuki from afar. Ooh, CG time. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, I used the right click because y'all were pointing out to me that I can just right click to get rid of it. And I know that because a lot of games let you do that. I just forget every single time. Every single time. I know it exists. I just don't remember. Okay, interesting. She's reading a book with a cross on it. Okay. Seems maybe like it's kind of biblical or something. I guess that's kind of on point for her character, I guess. Then she's got the giant parfait. That's definitely on point. She gracefully enjoys a parfait and a cup of black tea as she reads a novel. This is my big chance to say something to her. How should I break the ice? She's just going to look at me like a weirdo if I come up out of the blue and she says the key and say she's the key to defeating Iris or something. We just have to speak Chuni. Okay? Like, let's not even say Iris. Let's say, like, the Great White Serpent or something, right? We'll say it that way. And she'll be like, oh, the Great White Serpent. I know this. But would she? This is Yuki, after all. The same Yuki started speaking about different dimensions when she first met a fellow Chuni, Takamine. Yes, Kakeru understands. He's reading my thoughts, okay? If I were to lay everything out to her straight, she'd probably take it all in stride, wouldn't she? In fact, she's probably the type to get all hyped up and say something like, at last, the day has finally come. She already has a supernatural power with that artifact, so she wouldn't think I'm lying to. No, wait. When does Yuki get the artifact in the first place? It's gotta be later, right? I know she's the type to get excited over being able to use superpowers. No way she'd be sipping on tea if the artifact had already chosen her. But I want her to believe my story, it'd be better to do so after I learned about the status of her artifact. But I should make my move. Gosh, so many variables. Just stop overthinking it. Just go for it. I want to know how this goes. Because, like, can I not just rewind if this conversation went terribly wrong? Could I not just do that? I guess not. Even if she doesn't have her artifact now, she'll believe me. And even if she doesn't believe me, I'll play along with her. If I match her attitude, I doubt she'll treat me with hostility. Alright, my plan's set. Gotta use as much Chuni power as I can to muster to grab her attention. He's doing exactly what I thought he was gonna do. I'm so happy about this. Alright, let's see how this goes. Then I build a friendly relationship. Let's do it. It's showtime. I stand up, taking my glass, and check with me. I stand by Yuki's side and look down at her for a few seconds to make her aware of my presence. Next, I plop myself down in the seat in front of her. Oh boy, how is this gonna go? She takes a quick suspicious glance at me. She quickly returns her eyes to the book and murmurs in an uninterested tone.
Yuki no wa da na.
Oh, dang. Did you guys see that? Did you see the way her eyes changed right there? I mean, can I reload this real quick?
Yuki no wa da na.
There you go. Her eyes just, it's very subtle, but her eyes change right there. Like, we just got her interest. She peeks over at me again. Her eyes are clearly on guard now.
Iya, mada da. Ah.
Carefully choose my words. I try to mimic Yuki's words and tone as much as
この世
possible.
界線ではな。だが別の世界線ではもう会っている。
Oh, her reaction is weak. She's not buying it. God, being the only one trying to sound cool is so freaking embarrassing. Okay, how about this then?
バルハラソサイエティの一員だ。
Oh, yes, I want to see a reaction to this. Oh, did you see her eyes change again? She's now got... We've got her attention. That's good. Yeah, some guy at the streets knowing the name of the organization he thought up as a kid is bound to be a shocker.
一体
生異物は手に入れたか。まだみたいだな。
In that case, I shouldn't chance talking about it. Yuki should be coming into possession of an artifact in the next few days. When she does, Yuki will understand that I'm not some chuny flirt. I'm sure that getting her to understand on her own will be more effective than me flapping my gums at her. Yuki's patent, fake it until you make it strat.
紙とペンは持っているか。
持っているけど。
貸してくれ。
Yuki opens the bag while shifting her eyes around the cafe. I don't know if seeing Yuki so bewildered is a fresh take or just throwing off my game. Yeah, I feel like her getting the artifact just like cemented everything that she ever believed. Like, she's maybe a little bit nervous about it right now and she's not like fully committed. But once she got the artifact, she's like, oh, I've been bestowed upon by the heavens. This is my duty. I don't know, I feel like she would say something like that. I don't know how to speak Chuny. I'm sorry, guys. Either way, Yuki is so confused that she's kind of showing her true colors, but man, being the only one putting up an act is so embarrassing.
ありがとう。
I take the notebook and pen and open to a random page. I scribble down my phone number and Lime ID, then I return it to
生異
Yuki.
物を入手したら連絡してくれ。
She's so shy.
怪しいよな。
So
わかる
weird.
よ。でもすぐにわかる。俺がなぜこんな話をしたのか。脅威が迫ってる。勇気の力が必要なんだ。連絡待ってる。じゃあ。
Okay. I mean, that wasn't like anything crazy, but I feel like that was really important that he did it that way. Like, that was the only way he was going to reach her, is talking in her language. Now, she's a little confused right now. That's okay. But mentioning the Valhalla Society, the way her eyes lit up was great to see. Like, she was like, oh, Valhalla Society. Now you got my attention. How would you know about that? Take my check, stand up, and head to the register. Pay the check and leave the cafe. Okay, interesting. I walk a few steps and stop in place, letting out a deep, deep sigh. Holy hell, that was embarrassing. I'm not cut out for acting like a cutie. It was my absolute limit. But it was great. He did a good job. It wasn't like too over the top. It wasn't too crazy. There's much more embarrassing things he could have said. But I'm pretty sure it worked. That performance is bound to leave an impression. Now, whether it was a good or bad impression is anyone's guess. But even if it was bad, it should change for the better just as soon as she gets that artifact. I'm pretty sure she'll consider me an ally and give me a call too. Well, if we go off the world God only knows, if y'all have read the manga or seen the anime for that, like, Keima's outlook on life is that when you're trying to get with a girl, like, any impression is good. So whether it's a good or bad one, you can turn the bad ones into really strong good ones. So I think it's gonna be fine. I think even a bad impression right there, like you said, is going to turn into a good one once she gets that artifact. She's going to be like, oh, holy frick. Like, yeah, I did just get an artifact. He said that I was going to get one. And now I'm going to give him a call and things are going to work out good. But I don't know. Is it going to be this easy, guys? What's going to happen here that's going to be so different is my question. What's going to happen really early on that's going to change something? Because obviously this is not going to go to plan. We're not going to have as much time as we have had in the past. I think Iris is going to find out a lot earlier and things are going to start changing quicker. If I screwed up, anyways, I'll head back and wait for her to call. All that bad acting has really tuckered me out. I get back to my place and nervously wait for my phone, with my phone in hand so I can be ready for a call at any time. Night falls, but still nothing. Sora was chosen by the artifact after the fire at school, if memory serves. That would be about 3 or 4 days from now. Yuki should be a user by that time. If I don't get any contact from her before then the plan's a bust and I'll have to start over. Anyways, I should probably do what I can during the sit and wait period. And that means I come to 9 ball again. I should try to recreate the start of my friendship with Kujo as closely as I can.
ビーフカツレツのセット。
はい、ビーフカツレツのセットをライスで以上でよろしいですか？
はい。
かしこまりました。
What's up with that face? Quickly writes down my
ご
order.
めんなさい、新見くん。少しだけいい？
ん？どうした？
これ見覚えないかな？
アクセ？
And with a slight tinge of guilt in the back of my head, I play dumb to the fact that I know it's an
フェ
artifact.
スの後にバイトなんて大変だな。お疲れ様。
新見くんもお疲れ様。いつもありがとう。
いつも？
お店に来てくれて。
She smiles sweetly and heads off to the kitchen, ending our conversation. I didn't remember the exact details of our conversations. That last part ended up making my heart skip a beat. God, I'm such a pushover. I will say, during episode 1, I really liked the romance that they had between them. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest, but I did like Kujo a lot. And I feel like Kujo kind of got thrown to the side when it came to the other routes. I don't feel like she really got much time to shine at all. I mean, I feel like she maybe did a little bit new stuff, but overall, I don't know. I feel like obviously in route or in episode 1, you know, with her route, like she got the most time. I would have liked to see her get a little bit more cool moments after that, but just because it was so early on in this series and I didn't really know what was going on, and now that like I understand a lot more, and I would have liked to see more with her. But you know, it's whatever. It's Noah's time to shine. I'm excited for it. I feel like every girl has had some moments that are pretty cool, so I can't really complain too much. Anyways, I've successfully planted the seed, but do I just keep following my memory script? The fire that's supposed to happen the day after tomorrow will cause Kuja to reveal her artifact. But if things go according to my memories, then we'll end up killing the user who started the fire by making his powers go berserk. Should I make Kujo bear that cross? And there's also the start of all this. The human petrification incidents. I don't know. I think we should meddle. I think we should meddle. We don't want things going the exact same way. It's obviously not worked. We need to do something different. And I think doing something different from the very start is like the best way to go about it. First victim is likely going to spring up tomorrow night. Yuichi's going to kill someone. I know that for a fact. Can we be there to intervene? Can we stop him from doing so? I should change it. That's why I have these future memories in the first place. I should stop the flame user's rampage and Yuichi's first kill before anything happens. That would effectively make my future memories useless at that point, but it's better than letting people die. Okay, if episode 4 is just gonna go completely off the rails, I'm for it. I really am excited that we're going back to the very start and we're redoing everything. And the best thing of all, I didn't have to reread the whole little opening dialogue. I didn't have to read about Mobius Ring and all that. So this is already going great. Let me just say that. Oh, nice. We got some goodies. She picks up her tray, bows her head slightly, and leaves. I'd forgotten she threw in these freebies. I'll humbly accept them, though. Put my hands together in prayer for a moment, then grab my pair of chopsticks. I have to get the best possible outcome without letting anyone die. I'm gonna try my darnest to make sure it works out. Well, Kakeru, I'm not hopeful on that. I am not at all hopeful on nobody dying here. I feel like this might even be the one where a lot of people die. Who knows? I finish my meal and exit the cafe. That's when it happens. My phone vibrates in the pocket. I pull it out and check it. It's an unknown number. Here it is. It's probably from Yuki. I immediately tap the screen and answer the phone.
もしもし。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。よかった。連絡してくれて。
外、車の音が聞こえた。
ああ、今から帰るところ。
ごめんなさい。電話していいか確認。
No, don't worry about it.
いや、大丈夫。話そう。
I start to walk and talk. I better hurry home. No, actually, the park is closer. Should be quiet around this hour. Oh no, do we want to go to the park? Is that a good idea?
そっちは家か。
ええ、私の部屋。
ってことは。
帰宅したら、私の部屋に見知らぬアクセサリーがあったの。シルバーリング。手に取って。
Okay. Did we know hers was a ring? I don't know if we knew that.
これが生物。
Well, I didn't remember, so.
ああ。
Or artifact is jewelry to a ring, huh? Okay, good. So this sounds like this is the first time he's learning it too. The fact that she's so quick to speak up means that she trusts me, or maybe it's that she's still confused and less on guard. If Yuki had come to a more in-character conclusion after all that time, she would have been on her guard. A little interaction, and this little interaction wouldn't be happening right now. It's a small success, but a good sign of things to
力
come.
も理解したか。
ええ、おぼろげに。
勇気は生異物。アーティファクトに選ばれた。俺たちは選ばれた人間をユーザーと呼んでいる。
俺たち。他にもいるの？
This is very interesting. Kakeru being the one to teach her all of this. Very, very interesting.
いるけど、バルハラソサイエティに加わるのはまだ先だ。今は俺だけ。
Sorry, I was just thinking about something kind of off base. Probably has... I don't know. I'm just going to say it because I feel like y'all like to hear what I have to say, which is probably why you're watching me. I'm wondering, are they going to go as meta to say that each artifact has like a player behind them like us? Are they going to say like, oh, that's the reason that you have it explained to you, or why you suddenly know what your artifact does when you get it is because you get like these memories installed from somebody else who has Overlord, right? I don't know. I just a random thought I had. I'm like, how deep into this rabbit hole am I gonna go? Because obviously we're helping out Kakeru. What if somebody else is helping out every other single user in this? What if they're like feeding them memories or something like that? Or at least telling them how to use their artifact? I don't know. Crazy idea. Probably has nothing to it, but Just throwing it out there.
もちろん仲間だけじゃ
I
な
like
く
to think about off-base things. Aren't just friends out there, but foes as well.
敵と戦うために私の力が必要。
ああだから声をかけた。リーダーの結城に。
リーダー？
当然だろ。結城が作った組織なんだから。
私が。
Silence falls. I really like this idea of us being the one feeding all this information to Yuki, though. I think that's so cool. Because now we're building her up from the get-go to be this leader that has to do these incredible things, right? Like, she knows, like, there's a sense of urgency, of importance. There's a threat lying on the horizon. We're feeding into her Chunin persona, and we're going to build it up from the get-go to be even stronger than it ever was. I like this idea. I reach the park, so I'm waiting for Yuki's reply. Sit down on a bench and wait silently until Yuki gathers her thoughts.
本来は私があなたをバルハラソサイエティに誘うはずだった。
そうだな。別のいや別の世界線ではそうなってる。
I also like that we're kind of feeding her that information, something she probably shouldn't know, but
別の世界線。あなたは世界を渡ってきたの？
but at the same time, I feel like this kind of feeds into the whole Chuni thing. Like, she might not take that literally, but she might be just like thinking we're acting, you know, right?
記憶だけだ。別の世界線ではちょっとうまくいかなくてさ。
Unless she's just telling her. I don't know.
なんて言ったらいいかな。
I mean, he's giving her bits of the truth, I think.
少しでも未来を良くするために別の世界線の記憶を持って戻ってきたみたいな感じだな。
うまくいかなかった。敵に敗れた。
素直に話せばそういう結末もある。でもそれはもう回避した。かなりヤバい敵がいて追い払うことはできたけど倒せなかったんだ。
倒す方法を探してあなたは別の世界線に飛んだ。
そんなところだな。
So we do have to be careful, though, because if the artifacts are already streaming in and everybody's getting one right now, I feel like it's likely the Iris is now here and is going to start monitoring what's going on.
まだ信じられないか。
一つ聞かせて。
ああ。
生異物から授かった力に私はとある名をつけた。
Ooh, that'd be cool if we can just tell her.
G.
She's like, wait a minute, how did you know?
私はあなたを信じる。
ありがとう。
Alright, the first order of business is done. I managed to gain Yuki's trust. Okay, that was really quick. Now comes the crucial part. I've got to learn why Yuki couldn't finish off Iris, and I've got to solve any problem that might be holding her
聞
back.
きたいことは他にもあるんだけど。
何でも聞いてくれ。
ありすぎて何から聞けばいいのか。
だったら電話じゃなくて会って話さないか。明日にでも。
ええ、わかった。
放課後に9ボールでいいか。
問題ない。
オッケー。じゃあ明日。俺が知っていること全部話す。
ええ、私も考えをまとめておく。
Okay. But yeah, one thing I'm really liking about episode 4, I'll have to say, is obviously like we're getting Noah time, right? And I feel like Noah was always this character we didn't really understand too well and was just kind of doing her own thing. And now we're getting to know her from like the get-go, which I really like. And also the other thing that's really cool about some of these later episodes is Kakeru is getting his time to shine. And I've always mentioned it whenever like he had a really big moment that I liked, is I enjoy getting to see him being more in the front. I feel like the first 2 episodes, he didn't quite do too much. Like, episode 2, he definitely started doing something, right? Like, he got the fire relic and he fought Ghost. That was really nice. And then we got to get Overlord, and we started using that and had a really cool moment. And we had some other artifacts, too. That made it really interesting. But I like that Kakeru is almost playing, like, so much of a central role. It's not just him, like, trying to figure out mysteries and then me getting frustrated because they take 4 episodes to explain something I wondered about in episode 1, but I like that he's able to really feel like the protagonist, like he really matters, and like he's going out and changing a bunch of things now. So I really like that part of it. So I'll say episode 4 is going nicely because of this. I like that we're playing such a central role compared to more of maybe a passive one with a few kind of cool moments in there.
わかった。電話してくれてありがとな。それじゃ。
待って、最後に。
おう。
あなたの名は？
悪い。まだ言ってなかったな。新見かける。白泉学園の2年。
2年。同い年なのね。
そう。同い年。
わかった。ありがとう。それじゃあね。おやすみなさい、新見くん。
おやすみ。
Okay. I mean, so far things are going really well. That's why I'm like, there's no way this is going to continue. There's absolutely no way. I end the call and pocket my phone. My memory serves, I think that's the first time that Yuki has ever called me by my name. Look, she always called me some varying form of you or something. It might be too early to celebrate, but this branch is on the right track, or at least that's the feeling I get. So I think from our perspective, it's going good, but what else is going on in the world? Because we're making changes, right? There's the butterfly effect. Things are going to start happening. Things are going to change. So I'm curious, in what way are they going to be changing? Let's go, guys. Let's go. Episode 4. I'm here for it. Yuki Noa. So she had like those kind of strings coming out of her, like the red strings of fate. So far, nobody else has had them, just her. Okay, so far, this is one of my favorite videos of these that they've done. This is really cool. I like that it's got almost like a darker feel. Dear my waker. Okay. Let's go. Yoichi getting red eyes. I like it. Okay, I'm here for it. Dang, that was badass. Did you guys see that? Holy crap. She's got cats. Okay. Oh, I can tell this is going to be good, guys. I can tell. This is my favorite video now. Like, it's been cemented. This is definitely my favorite one of these we've seen. Oh, gosh. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got, like, goosebumps. I'm like, that was so good. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Alright, get out of here. Get out here, Sophie. Did we even get her? Did we even, like, collect the plushie from the shrine? I don't think we even went. I was so satisfied with my talk with Yuki that I headed straight home, but if I'm supposed to go off my memories, then... I mean, isn't that kind of a good thing? Wouldn't it be better if we didn't find her at the shrine? Unless Iris was watching and noticed that we didn't. I don't know. It depends. Can she recognize that we were supposed to have done that? Because if not, it's probably a better idea we didn't do that. Because I feel like that would have put us on her radar, right? Completely forgot about her. Right, I needed to go to the shrine. Well, whatever. She came to me, so it works. Also, one thing I really like, I love in time travel, when like you've gone so far into it that you like know all the information and then you just go back to the beginning and you just like feel like a god because you just know everything. Hey, okay, I've been doing it under your guidance, so I don't want to hear it from you, okay?
初対面の相手に慣れ慣れしくされるの。
Yeah, especially because you're this otherworldly being.
俺
That
も
would be
変な感じ
strange.
だけどな。初対面の俺とソフィーを知っている俺が同時にいる。
まあ話が早いのは助かるけれど、私に会いに来るのを忘れたということはそれ以上に大事なことがあった。
ああ、
話して情報を共有させて。
わかった。
Tell her everything. I start with how Yuki is the key to defeating Iris. That she isn't able to defeat Iris because she possibly has some sort of problem weighing her down. So to look for the root of her issue, I diverged into a new branch where I make friends with Yuki at an earlier point in time. Now I've hopefully already gained Yuki's trust. Now I think this part of the plan is solid. Like, this is a great idea, right? But I have to wonder, to what extent can Iris find out information? Is she going to find out what we're doing very soon, very early on? I also have to wonder, does she have no connection to this Sophie, right? Like, absolutely none. Like, is she not able to, like, track her or to know what she's thinking or what she's hearing? Like, there's no way she's gonna hear on this conversation, right? I don't know. I'm just worried about us sharing information willy-nilly, because I'm like, to what degree is she already tracking us? Now, we didn't go to the shrine, which is fine unless she knew we were going to go to the shrine and we didn't. Then now we're setting off red flags. She's like, wait a minute, this has changed. What's going on? I'm overthinking it.
順調ではあるということね。
That's the last I'm gonna talk about it. We're just gonna play and I'll find out, because I'm sure y'all are like, just wait, Justin, you'll find out. I'm like, okay, I'm just impatient, guys. I promise I can wait. I take it things are going well then.
多分な。
頼りないわね。私には未来が見えないから判断はあなたに委ねるしかないけれど。頼りないわね。
2回も言わなくていいだろ。
Yeah, can you stop insulting me, okay? I'm trying to help us here.
何か私にできることは？
ああ、それならアーティファクトを貸してほしいんだ。できれば2つ。攻撃系のやつと減退のアーティファクト。
なぜ？
俺が何もしなければ明日の夜最初の被害者が出る。
止めに行くということね。
ああ、誰も死なせたくないってのもあるけど、魔眼のユーザーは俺の友達なんだ。説得するつもりだけど戦うことになるかもしれない。もしそうなったら止められない。
なるほどね。
それとあさって、あ、いや、その次か。アーティファクト絡みでまた事件が起こる。それも何とかして止めたい。
So Sophie has both those artifacts right now. Is that what I'm hearing? Or well, let's see. She said the offensive one. Is she getting the spear one, and is he getting the spear and the illusory body that she would have gave to Yoichi?
2つが無理なら減退だけでも貸してくれないか。頼む。
減退だけでもなんて。
体への負担のことなら大丈夫だ。他の枝で使ったけど問題。
それもあるけど、そうじゃなくて、そんなに簡単に貸せないってこと。まだ完全に信頼しているわけでもないし、仮に信頼していたとしてもアーティファクトの持ち出しには手続きがいる。
Okay.
セフィロ島だっけ？ソフィーが作ったんだろ。
User clout. It's still strange to me to hear clout, because I feel like that's such like a newer word.
こそルールを守らなければいけないの。好き放題してたら組織が成り立たないわよ。
Suppose. But, you know, it's gonna come apart if we don't stop this, so.
まあ、そうか。それだと、どうすっかな。
減退のアーティファクトね。なんとかしてあげるわよ。
え、マジか？いいのか？
今の私が信頼するかどうかは別として、未来の私は秘密を話す程度には信頼しているようだし。
おねしょ。
Bedwetter. Got him.
はあ。
That was so out of the blue. I love it.
いえ、なんでもない
Nothing
です。
at all. Sorry.
手を組みたくなくなってきたけれど。 未来の私を信じるわ。
Oh, that was great. That was so good. It was just out of nowhere, and she's just like, "Pardon me?"
できる限りのことはしてあげる。少し時間をちょうだい。
ありがとう。できれば明日までに頼む。
分かっているわよ。なんとかする。
それと注文ばっかりで悪いんだが。
Oh, sorry, I'm still on that. That was great. So good.
まだあるの？
さっきの2つ目の事件のこと。ユーザーが暴走して学校が火の海になるんだ。暴走する前に接触して力を使わないように警告したいんだ
が、
うまく接触できるかわからない。学年が違うと接点なんて全くないから探してはみるけど、放課後は結城と会う約束もあるし。
私にも探せ。
そうしてくれると助かる。見つかったらできればソフィーが接触して。無理か？
あんまりこちらの世界の人間とは接触したくないけれど。
Well, you kind of already did, so.
話を聞く限り、その子暴走した挙句に死ぬんでしょ。
まあそうだな。うまく助けられれば戦力に
ならないわよ。事件が発生した時点でユーザーになってせいぜい2日か3日でしょ。短期間でスティグマの侵食を許し暴走。使い物にならないわよ、そんな子。
見捨てろってことか。
その子の特徴は？
探してくれるのか？
探すだけ。接触はあなたがしなさい。
ありがとう。十分だ。
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna live. I feel like he's gonna die either way. It's gonna be one of those like string of fate kind of things. Like in this whole thing, he has to die. Like there's just no way.
で、特徴は？
特徴か。俺より背は低かったはず。
I don't know. What did he have? Brown hair?
説明しようとすると難しいな。
Brown hair, wearing student uniform like everyone else. Not, he doesn't really stand out too well.
俺の妹と同じクラスなんだ。あとアーティファクトは十字架のネックレスのはず。
十字架ね。妹の特徴は？
髪の毛をこう頭の横で結んでる。
調べてあげるけど、あまり期待しない。
ありがとう。
Alright, just do your best,
早速
Sophie.
頼りっぱなしだから説得力はないかもしれないが、できる限りのことはしたいんだ。
頼りないけれど善人ではあるよね。
What do you mean I'm not reliable? You relied on me to get to this point, okay? So obviously I do some things right. Show me a little respect. Now in indifference from the start of the game where I was clueless, now I'm pretty dependable, okay? I understand what's going on. I have some powers of my own. You know, I deserve a little respect, okay? I don't want to hear it from you.
何？
独り言よ。サジは私に任せて、あなたはノアって子に集中しなさい。
I will. You don't need to tell me. I'm dependable. I can do it myself.
わかった。ありがとう。
Frickin' Sophie.
じゃあね。何か分かったら教えてあげる。
I mean, I feel like with our artifact, we're almost to the equivalent of Sophie. I'm not saying we're like, okay, we're not that close, but we're on the same level as far as respect goes, okay? I'm not saying power-wise or anything like that. I'm the equivalent. Just, I feel like I'm a fellow peer, okay? So I deserve some respect.
最後にもう一つ。
何？
さっき好き放題枝を増やすって言ってたけど、増やしすぎるとまずいのか？
わからないとしか言えないわね。
Well, can't Iris view all these other branches? Isn't she gonna figure out what we're doing because of that?
そっか。普通はこんなに増えないってことだよな。
I don't know, because it does seem like maybe the branches kind of leak into each other at times.
そうね。長年世界を観測してきたけれど、こんなにも枝分かれしたのは初めて。
Yeah, what's the worst that could go wrong?
だからわからない。
It's fine. There's definitely not going to be any consequences for this.
そっか。あと気になることがあって。
最後にもう一つって言ってたわよね。
Okay, this is the last thing after the last thing.
これが本当に最後。
答えられるかわからないわよ。
答えが欲しいっていうか、答え合わせがしたいって。俺は今未来が分かった上で行動してる。 ソフィーも他の枝の俺たちはどうなってる？同じようにオーバーロードを理解してるか？
私がオーバーロードの存在に気がついていない枝の観測もできるから、答えはいいえね。
やっぱりそうか。俺が何か変えると新しい枝として分岐する。すでに存在する枝に影響を与えることなく、
Okay.
そのまま存在し続ける。
I feel like we kind of already know this, but this is important. So if I change something, it results in a new branch, okay? It doesn't affect an already existing branch, and it's allowed to exist as is. So we're creating an entirely new one, where we do know about Overlord right away.
既存の枝に影響を与えたいのならオーバーロードで直接飛んでいくしかないってことだ。
Yes.
いや、オーバーロードの力で望まない枝を選定できるって言ってたな。
It can prune unwanted branches, so I can delete one.
元の枝を維持したまま新たに分岐させるか、それとも選定し消してしまうか。
まだ理解できていないようね。
全然だ。めっちゃ混乱してる。
Don't worry, I'm just as confused.
でも他の枝はそのまま残り続けるって分かってよかった。俺が何かするたびに他の枝までめちゃくちゃになってたら最悪だもんな。
あのイーリスを何とかしてくれるなら、他の枝がどうなろうが私としては構わないけど。
ソフィーってドライなことよく言うけど、実際にそうなったらなんだかんだで気に病むタイプだろう。
私にどんなイメージを持っているんだか。それじゃあね、今度こそ。
Alright, we'll see ya. So that's good. I mean, I've wondered that question a lot in episode 3, because I'm like, what the frick is happening to all these other branches we're making? I feel like this is gonna just screw up, like, so many different timelines. But it sounds like it's okay. Rifton's face swallows Sophie and closes soon after. Oh yeah, the world's eye allows for inanimate objects to travel across different worlds, doesn't it? I wonder if I can send something to a different branch then. If I could do that, then maybe, just maybe. Yeah, I don't know if that'd help. All the things that I have are things that I have in other branches as well, after all. Well, this one's going to go a lot differently, so you could potentially send something. Okay, so one thought I had is, can I send an artifact through branches? Because my theory is, Kakaru mentions towards the start of this video, when we're first like trying to talk to Noah and all that, he mentions that she doesn't have her artifact yet. She doesn't have it on day one. Like, that's something she got later, or at least, was it that evening? No, it wasn't that evening. It was soon after, but it wasn't the same day. So we could potentially send her artifact back to her and give it to her even sooner. I don't know if that's a possibility, if we need her to have it from day one and do this even quicker, because I feel like we did this pretty quick already. But I'm not sure. I'm kind of even though I have that, I'm still trying to figure out which day is which, because I'm like, have we even passed are we 2 days in? I'm not sure. But I'm just wondering, are we going to send an artifact back? Because he's contemplating this, and he said some things that I feel like could be setting up something in the future. Well, let's shelve that idea for now. Yeah, I'm just going to shelve the idea as well until it comes back up. But I wanted to throw that out there that I am thinking about it. Despite that Sylvia oversight, I managed to convene with Sophie in this branch and meet up with Yuki. We're doing well so far. I know I can redo things if I screw something up, but I shouldn't let my guard down. I may not be feeling any side effects from minor discomfort for now, but who knows what will pop up down the road. Yeah, I just feel like it's going well now, but maybe we're just missing something. I feel like it's going a little too easy. Maybe it's best to operate as if I didn't know I have Overlord to fall back on. I need to think carefully, know my limitations, and stay on guard. Okay, let's prep for tomorrow by properly sorting through my memories to prevent any mistakes. Because my question is, with the World Eye, and I keep going back to this, I'm sorry, but is Iris already observing what's going on right now? Is she getting smarter each time? Is she going to be able to figure out things quicker? Because that's going to really make a problem if she is. Because she's observing the other branches, can't she? So, yeah, it's not going to be great. I'll say that. Okay, let's prep for tomorrow by properly sorting through my memories for any mistakes. This whole branch business is just getting my mind lost in the clouds. It just leaves more questions than answers. So wait, that was all the first day. Never mind.
あ、やっと来た。
That was literally the entire first day, because it was the 17th. That would have been when we first started the game, essentially. Okay, so never mind. That answered my earlier question. Like, yeah, a lot just happened in that first day. Going against the flow of students heading towards the school, Sora approaches me.
遅いよ。もっと
Oh gosh, I
早く
remember
来て
this.
よ。何？コンビニ寄ってたの？
ああ、昼飯買ってた。
かわいそう。私はお母さんのお弁当あるのに、お兄様は安いパンですの？
そういや母さんの飯しばらく食ってないな。
Yeah, let's trade.
帰ってくればいいじゃん、近いんだから。
ああ、そうだな。気が向いたら。どうした？
なんかに
なんだよ。
なんかあった？
なんかってなんだよ。
いや、私が聞いてんですけど。
先にこっちが聞いてんだよ。
なんか微妙に雰囲気変なんだよ。なんで顔しかめた？
I know, I'm not the one like holding my hand out weirdly, okay? Like you're trying to stop
し
somebody.
かめてねえよ。
しかめたじゃん。
声でかい。朝からお前の相手ほんと疲れてる。
おい、マジトーンでそういうこと言うな。傷つくぞ。私は結構簡単に傷つくぞ。
No, they do not.
いいから黙れ。
ひどい。
What the? We literally have insulted you so many times, and you have not complained at all, okay? Proceed along my way, half-heartedly handling Sora all the while until...
いえ、すみません。
I wonder if we're gonna get Haruka on board here. Find Kozuka Senpai in front of us amidst a sea of random guys.
すごいね、あれ。モテモテ。お姫様みたいな扱い。
本人は困っているみたいだけどな。
兄やんも私をああいう風に扱えよ。
お姫様、お口を閉じてくださる？
よろしくてよ。ってふざけんなよ。丁寧に言っても私は傷つくぞ。
前の集団追い抜くぞ。
はいはい。
Interesting, okay.
本当に、
Well, we need Haruka for this plan too. Everyone's gotta be there. We need to establish relationships with everybody. I feel like that's important. As we pass by Senpai in the crowd, I look at her from the corner of my eye. I know it's just because she hasn't been able to control her ability yet, but part of me wants to help her out. Actually, maybe I should. I need to make friends with Kosuke Senpai as well, but I also intend on preventing the petrification incident in this branch. If my plan works out, Yoichi won't be working in secret using ghosts. Given that, it'd be unlikely that Rig Veda would be formed, which means if I don't act now, I might just lose my chance to get to know Kosuke Senpai. Yeah, I feel like it'd be better if she doesn't get involved with them in the first place. That would be bad, terrible.
ちょいちょい兄に振り返りすぎ。チラチラ見すぎ。どうした？なんで止まる？兄に。
Turn around and call out to Kosuke Senpai.
すみません。
Kosuke Senpai doesn't turn me away, probably not thinking that I'm calling out to her specifically. And then she's got a bunch of guys around her anyway. She probably can't tell who's talking to her. So give it another go.
すみません。
Finally looks up my way, though it doesn't seem like she knows that I'm trying to talk to her and is just reacting to the call itself. Seeing that, I make strong eye contact and start
大
speaking
丈
to
夫で
her.
すか？
She finally notices my presence.
困っているなら何とかしましょうか。
Oh no, Yoichi got to her before we could save her. No, this branch is over.
ちょっと兄やん。むしろ話しかけられて困ってそうだ。
She like literally turned to stone though.
急に声かけてすみません。それじゃ。
I turn around and start walking away. I think this will do for now. I need to come up with a way to become her friend in the meantime.
びっくりした。どうしたの？昨日といい今日といい。
昨日なんかしたっけ？
コロナのお嬢様助けてたじゃん。
ああ。
You know, we're just trying to help out as many women as we can. You know, it's hard up there.
そんなタイプじゃないでしょあなた。
俺は昔から困っている人を放ってはおけない男だ。
かっこつけて何言ってんだこいつ。なんだお前あれか。彼女欲しくて焦ってんのか。だから全方向にいい格好してんのか。
Yeah, I bet you think that, huh? You just want me for yourself.
何
Don't
切れてんだ
gaslight
よ
me.
めんどくせえな。
他人には優しくても本当私には優し しくないな。
Well, yeah, no.
俺は見返りのないことはしない。
うわ、やっぱ下心じゃ最低だ。うわ、だからその冷たい態度やめろい。
So we're so confused why our attitude is like completely changed. Let Sora's bad mouthing go in one ear and out the other as I head inside the school building. Probably the right way to go. Give my idiot sister a cold glare as she tries to follow me to my classroom and then climb the stairs. I arrive. I put down my bag and breathe easy in my seat.
Ohayo! Ohayo! Ohayo!
I don't want to hear it from you. Let's kill this guy right now. Just kidding, I would never kill Yuichi. Chipper voice echoes through the classroom. I start to feel butterflies in my stomach. Does Yuichi already have the evil eye, or is it too early? Either way, it goes down tonight.
Ohayo, Kakeru!
ああ、
I replied to him, trying to stay as composed as I
昨日どうだ
can.
った？
フェスか？
そうそう、行ったんでしょ？
地震で中断したし、去年よりもひどいかもな。
あらら、今年も気合い入れてグッズたくさん作ってたのに。
アニメの放送終わってかなり経ってるしな。そろそろ無理だろう。
来年もやりそうな気がするけどね。
Probably. We continue the idle chit-chat with one another.
はーい、席ついて。朝のホームルーム始めますよ。
To think that best teacher has already been taken over. Sad. So much I didn't know about the game at the start. So much was going on, and I was so naive. The bell rings and Miss Naruse steps in the
はい、み
classroom.
んないるね。特に連絡事項はないんだけど。
I half listened to her speaking. I wonder if Iris is already prepping to take control of Miss Naruse. I have to act as fast as possible. The more time winds down, the bigger the handicap due to Iris' soul getting accustomed to Miss Naruse's body. The problem is, how do we pull Iris out of there? Fate is already going to branch off because I decided to stop Yuichi and prevent the fire at school tomorrow. I wouldn't know what's going to happen in the future anymore. I have a rocky road ahead of me, but I have no choice but to settle each problem one by one. First, I'll talk to Yuki after school. The rest comes after that.
掃除当番とかさ、業者にやってもらえばいいのにね。
そうだな。
Yoichi's complaints go in one ear and out the other as I sweep all. We just totally disregard him. We're like, you're not a threat to me. Yeah, I don't care what you say. I'd forgotten about the cleanup duty. Maybe I should give Yuki a call to tell her I'll be a little bit late.
何してんの？
え？
何スマホいじってんの？
I don't know. I think he's a little observant. Maybe not do
ちょっ
this
と
around
連
him.
絡。
掃除中ですよ、かけるさん。
すぐ終わる。
スマホいじる暇あるなら僕の話を聞きなさいよ。
聞いてる聞いてる。すっげえわかる。
でしょって何がだよ。適当にも程があるよ、かけるくん。
Oh, I missed when he was just funny and then I didn't suspect him of anything. And then after that, it was just, I could never trust him again. Randomly replies, I send my message. I get a reply right away, accompanied with a bear sticker saying, okay, I'll be drinking my tea and waiting. Alright, now trying to finish up sweeping
ミミ
and
くん、ちょっと。
lift my head up upon hearing my name. Hey, at least we weren't like sexually harassing people in our conversation this time, so they couldn't overhear that. I see Miss Naruse waving me over from the classroom. Next to her stands Kujo looking distressed. Oh yeah, I forgot.
ああ、スマホなんていじってるから。お説教だね。
土下座してくるわ。
I stand the broom against the wall and go into the classroom.
落とし物のことですか？
お、察しがいいね。
You're a good guesser.
いや、昨日先生に預けたらどうかって話してたんで。
Make up a convincing enough excuse. Need to be more careful about this, otherwise I'll be jumping the gun to avoid any pointless back and forth due to me having prior
ミミ
knowledge.
くん、何か変わったことあった？いえ、ミミくんにも見せたんだよね。そうですけど。
何かあったんです？
I ask in a scripted way. The lost hair clip in question, example, the artifact, would be next to her whenever she blinked. And Kujo felt uneasy about that and decided to talk to Miss Naruse. Spare the details, but that's what they go over. So Iris would have already known Kujo as a user from the get-go.
自分でもバカバカしいと思うんですけど、お祓いしてほしいと。はい。昨日神器が壊れてしまったと聞いて、そのせいなのかなと。
This is the point where Kujo should be wrapping her head around what the artifact is. She's not going to be jumping for joy like, woohoo, I got superpowers. No, the reason she's fretting so much is because of what her ability is. The power to steal things from others. Kujo is worried about whether it reflects who she really is on the inside. I could try to cheer up and say the power simply came to you by chance, don't worry about it, but I don't think... Alright, I'm supposed to walk her home after this, if I remember right. Would giving her a quick rundown on the way and having her join me in my talk with Yuki work out? No reason to wait until the fire, I suppose. If I could move things ahead of schedule, I should.
ちょっと新見くんひどくない？
なんです？
興味ないからってぼーっとしちゃって。
いやいや、聞いてましたよ。先生の言う通りだと思う。きっとあの落とし物はつくも神で神聖なものなんだよ。
あ、本当に聞いてた。ってわけで、
We
とりあえず
cheated.
様子を見てみて、もし悪いことが起こったらその時また相談し。はい。わかりました。ありがとうございます、先生。はい。じゃあ新見くん。
はい。
I like if we're not paying attention, but because we know what that conversation was about, we just were able to answer it anyways.
九条さんを送ってあげなさい。
ああ、はい。
一人にするの心配だし、新見くんと一緒に帰りなさい。でも、大丈夫です。自転車とか関係ないから、こういう時に青春したらいいじゃん。恋心とか育んだらいいじゃん。
This was one of the moments to me early in the game that just built upon why she was best girl. Like, she's just a good teacher, okay? She's trying to have budding romance in her classroom. She's trying to play Cupid and set us up.
はい。
That's how I knew she really cared about her students. And that's why she's a good teacher to me.
そんで職員室の話のネタにさせて、あいつら付き合ってるみたいっすよ。けしからんすな。
And then she makes you think what I just said, but then she says this, and you're like, wait, does she really care? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's great. I love her.
九条、先に行ってて。
はーい、いい感じにまとまったところで先生はもう行きます。それじゃあね。
She wraps a stack of printouts on the table to align them, picks up her attendance book and exits the classroom.
掃除終わったらすぐ行くから。
本当に大丈夫だよ。一人でちゃんと帰れるから。
ああ、いや、ちょっと話したいことがあるんだ。落とし物のことで。じゃあ、後で。
Interesting. The pieces are coming together, guys. We finish cleaning. I leave Yoichi engaged and chatting up a girl as I go off to the meetup spot. As soon as I step through the school gates, I find Kujo there waiting.
悪い、お待たせ。掃除長引いた。
大丈夫。話って。
歩きながら話そう。
そうね。よかったらカバン。
それじゃ、お言葉に甘。
Take up the offer, put my bag into the bike basket, and start walking. I don't know why I'm thinking about this all of a sudden, but have we seen what Kakuru's artifact looks like? Have we seen what Overlord looks like? Is that like something physical we can see, or... Oh wait, I guess technically I have Overlord. Okay, never mind. Forget everything I just said. I don't know why that popped in my head, and then I kind of answered it myself. I should just leave that thought to myself next time. Take up the bag, put my bag into the bike basket, and start walking. Because I was just like kind of thinking what everyone's artifacts look like. And I was like, I don't think we've seen ours. I wanted to talk to you.
実は俺も九条と同じ状況だ。超能力が使えるようになった。
She stops dead and her tracks flabbergasted. Less in the what is this Bozo talking about sort of way. Looks like she's coming to grips with the events being real, not some figment of her imagination. I know it. Kujo looks equal parts surprised and relieved to hear that.
不思議なことが起こって、私変になっちゃったのかなってそう思ってて。
I mean, yeah, I would start to think maybe something's going on
さ
too.
っきはごめんな。先生もいたし、アーティファクトがあって言えなくて。
アーティファクト。
そう名前をつけたろ。
びっくりした。そっか。そうだよね。新見くんもフェスにいたし、アニメ知ってるものね。私と同じように名前をつけても。
いや、違うんだ。歩きながら話そう。
Oh, are we just gonna tell her?
そうね。
Or are we just gonna tell everybody about, you know, what's going on? I mean, I'm here for it. We resume walking. We slowly make our way to Nine Ball.
九条の力は他人の持ち物の所有権を奪う。
ごい。
わかるんだ。俺はなんていうかな、簡単に言うと未来が見える。
A little more to it than that, but okay.
未来。アーティファクトって名前を未来の私から聞いて。
そんな感じ。能力者をユーザーって呼ぶことも未来が見える分、駆除よりもアーティファクトのことを理解していると思う。
なんだかごめんなさい。私頭が固いせいでその整理しきれなくて。
急に未来が見えるとか言われたらそりゃ混乱するよな。
ごめんなさい。でも嬉しい。こんな話誰にもできないと思っていたから。
実はこれから人と会う約束をしてるんだ。
ごめんなさい。送ってもらっちゃって。
大丈夫。待ち合わせ場所はナインボールだし、できれば九条にも同席してほしい。
私も？
ああ、今から会う人も俺たちと同じユーザーだ。
I mean, that is a
俺が
nice
知っている
thing.
ことを話す約束をしてる。
Like, just like how we got to know Noah so quickly, like, we're getting to know everybody else really quickly and get them on board with what we're trying to do.
よければ九条も一緒に。
できれば話を聞かせてもらいたいけれど。ごめんなさい。私これから。
バイトならないぞ。今日は九条のシフト。
入ってない。あれ？あれ？
とりあえず行って確認してみよう。
You don't have a shift, huh? Gosh.
じゃあ私裏から入るから。
Like, I always have to wonder when something like that happens. So she didn't have a shift, and like that went and led to some other kinds of events, right? In episode 1, but now that's being used as a way for her to be able to sit in on this conversation. Like, was that planned? Was this whole thing planned out that far ahead? I love time travel for that reason, because you can go back and like you see things that like felt like they're so handcrafted from the get-go to lead to something at the end. Like, I love like throwbacks or callbacks. So like when something early on in a series leads to something big happening later that you don't even realize, like it becomes clear later. I love little things like that. That's what makes time travel so enjoyable for me. Like, there's so many possibilities of things happening. It's my favorite genre of visual novel or movies, anything like that.
席で待ってる。
Part ways with the still confused Kujo and enter the cafe. There she is. Yuki is sitting at a table near the back, reading a novel. Make my way there and take the seat right in front of Yuki.
悪い。
平気。それほど待ってない。
事後報告で悪いんだが、もう一人同席する。いいか？
仲間？
ああ、俺たちと同じユー。
それなら断る理由はない。
ありがとう。すぐに。ああ、来た。
Kujo comes out from the kitchen. She finds me and comes over my way with her head down, red in the face.
新見くんの言った通り、今日シフト入れてませんでした。
だろ？
はい。恥ずかしい。そう。仲間は。すみません、私。九条美子さん。私のこと。
I mean, she's a regular here. I feel like that's not a surprise that she would know.
当然知っている。ナインボールの客ならみんなあなたのことを。
今俺のことをちらっと見ました。
ごめんなさい。
I mean, she's right. I didn't realize that the cute waitress who worked here was Kujo at first. I guess that always bugged her, huh? That kind of makes me feel bad.
座ったら。あ、はい。
She pauses, considering where she should sit. She eventually parks herself down next to me. After putting in our orders, Kujo and Yuki formally introduce themselves.
私は結城ノア。見ての通り、九宝女学院の生徒。学年はあなたと新見くんと同じ。よろしくお願いします。九条美子です。結城さんもそのユーザーだと。そうね。昨日生異物。彼の言うアーティファクトを手に入れた。私もなんです。急に不思議な力が使えるように。
Kujo cuts herself off as our drinks arrive. Seems that Yuki can guess Kujo's frame of mind based on how unhappy she looks.
喜んではいないようね。はい。まだ受け止めきれていなくて。それは私も同じね。戸惑っていないと言えば、けれど誰の意志によるものか私たちは選ばれた。ならばこの力は正しく使わなくてはいけない。そうですね。選ばれたことに意味があるなら力は正しく使いたいです。その言葉で十分ね。あなたには正義の心がある。
This is another very unexpected thing. Noah's getting time with Miyako. I feel like episode 3, she got a lot of time with Haruka that I didn't expect them to get, and they kind of like built up a relationship over like cats and stuff, right? But now we're getting some time for Noah and Yuki, or I was about to call Miyako Yuki. Noah and Miyako some time. That's great. I love it. I'm glad like all the girls are like kind of getting to know each other, like just one-on-one more.
歓迎するわ、九条さん。ようこそバルハラソサイエティへ。はい、ありが。バル。
今のは聞き流してくれ。順を追って話すから。
Let's pretend you didn't hear that.
はい。
勇気も。ひとまず俺の話を聞いてくれるか。
Just disregard anything weird that Noah says.
え
え。よし。順番に話していく。
I go over artifacts, the other world, Sophie, Iris, and the Evil Eye. I explain everything carefully in as much detail as I can.
魔眼がイーリスという悪神の手に渡れば世界は破滅する。私たちの使命は世界を守ること。
ざっくり表現すればそうなるな。いきなりこんな壮大な話されても困るだろうけど。
いえ、問題ない。心の準備はすでにできている。ジ・オーダーを手にした瞬間から、いえ、あなたと出会った瞬間から、私はこうなることを予期していた。
That's quite a different thing. I wonder how that's gonna affect how things go. Because I feel like originally when she got the order, like she said, from the moment I obtained the order, she started saying that, right? Like that's how normally she was. Like she got that power and that kind of reaffirmed everything in her mind. Like, okay, yes, this is my destiny to go and do this, right? But no, from the moment I met you, I already assumed things would come to this. So now, instead of her big awakening being tied to her artifact, it's been tied to us. It's just kind of interesting.
私の力が世界を救う一助となるのなら喜んで手を貸す。
頼りにしてる。九条はどうだ？ついてこれてるか？
大丈夫。少し戸惑っているけれど、私も役に立てるのなら頑張りたい。そうしなきゃいけないんだと思う。ようこそバルハラソサイエティへ。はい、バルハラソサイエティ。はい、覚えました。
なんとなく察してるだろうけど、一応補足しておくと、まあなんだ、チーム名的な俺たちの。
Now we just need to assemble our last Avenger.
8歳の時に作った組織が今現実となった。感無量ね。
And then there's Noah.
8歳。じゃあ、新見くんと結城先輩って幼馴染？
いや全然。
昨日会ったばかり。あと先輩でもない。さっき話したけれど同い年。
Yeah, Miyako, pay
私
attention.
も2年生。
It's not like you're getting flooded with a ton of information here. You should be able to remember all this.
ごめんなさい。無意識に先輩って呼んでました。結城さんすごく落ち着いてるからごめんなさい。別に謝る必要はない。その方が呼びやすいなら先輩でもいい。いえ、すみません。気をつけます。
なんでちょっと残念そうなんだ？
別に。すみません。気分を害してしまって。そういうわけでも。背が低くて 年下に間違われることは多いから。
Oh, I'm sorry. So short that oftentimes I get mistaken for being younger than I am.
ああ、年上に間違われて嬉しかったのか。よかったな、結城先輩。
うるさい。やっぱり私も呼んだ方が。
I feel like that's kind of a new thing. I don't feel like Kakeru really made fun of Yuki all too much. I mean, maybe here and there, but I like that now that he kind of has a little bit of something over her. I like that he's able to tease her like that. He has the upper hand.
呼ばなくていい。
And we're also getting to see more of like a cutesy side of her, right? Where she's not like totally has her guard up against us. Frantically declines, blushing. We haven't known each other for very long at all, but my relationship with Yuki is already shaping up better than any of the other branches. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, like even the end of episode 3, our relationship's further right now. Only seen her act like this once before. Actually, no, she's way more flustered than the last time her love for cats got out of the bag. I'll make sure to poke fun at her cat addiction sometime later. Like I made a mental note of that. So I'm gonna do that later.
続けて。
わかった。話を戻そう。
いいかな。
ああ、どうぞ。
神器の破損が原因で異世界の扉が開いたということは。
そうだな。1000年前にもアーティファクトがこっちの世界に来てしまってトラブルが起こった。二度とそうならないように神器、世界の目ってアーティファクトで。
しかし再び開いてしまった。
地震のせいでな。でまたアーティファクトがこっちに流出しちまったわけだが、ただ流出しただけなら回収するだけで終わった。けど最悪のアーティファクトがこっちの世界に来てしまった。
それが魔眼。
ああ、幸い魔眼のありかも。
Is Evil Eye really the
イ
worst?
ーリスが簡単には手を出せない状況であることも分かってはいる。
すでに契約者がいる。
そういうこと。ただその契約者が俺たちにとってもなんていうか、うまくいけば協力してくれるとは思うんだが、最悪敵対するというか、そうなる可能性の方が高い。
契約者についても知っているようね。
Not too sure if I should speak up about this in front of Kujo. Knowing how dead serious Kujo gets about things, she might take the news hard. No, I can't keep quiet about this after I already explained so much.
知らない？それとも話せない理由が？
いや、話す。
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like in this branch we're kind of just revealing everything to everybody. We might as well just go for it.
俺の、そして九条にとっても身近な人物だ。
私も？
陽一だ。
深沢くん？知り合いのようね。はい、クラスメイトなんですが、どうして深沢くんと敵対してしまうの？新見くんとすごく仲がいいよね。
事実だけを話す。今夜陽一は人を
魔眼を使って？
ああ、人を石にして殺すんだ。
どうしてそんなこと？
理由はわからないし、聞いたところで理解できないかもしれない。でも理由なんてどうでもいい。この枝では人なんて殺させない。
I don't know how easy that'll be to do, but
必ず。
さっきうまくいけば、
ああ、
そんな危険人物を仲間に加えるつもりなの？
可能なら。ただまあ無理だろうな。でも敵対はしたくない。魔眼のユーザーだからな。俺の個人的な感情を抜きにしても争うより手を組んだ方がいい。
yeah, I mean it would be nice if he would join up with us. I mean that would be cool. And then obviously we need Haruka, right? And then we'll have Ghost. It would be cool if Renya joined us too. It'd be nice if we like all like formed a big team, because I feel like we're gonna need to.
正論ね。
It worked out good last time when we did so.
あなたの判断を信じる。
We can be Rigveda Valhalla. Yep.
ありがとう。九条もいいか。戸惑っている時に判断を迫るのは卑怯だとは思うが。
本当に深沢くんが間違いを犯してしまうな。そうね。犯行は何時頃なの？
詳しい時間はわからない。確か 被害者は塾帰りだったはずだ。
塾。被害者も私たちと同年代？
だな。クホーの生徒。
クホーの。
心当たりとかあったりするか？
いえ。
学生の多い町だから塾も多いし、心当たりがないなら特定は難しそう。
だな。ってことは張り込むしかないな。
犯行現場は？
公園。
了解。それじゃあ19時。
わかりました。
二人も来てくれるのか？
むしろあなたを一人で行かせるという選択肢が存在しない。
Yeah, I'd rather have everyone with us.
話を聞いてしまった以上、私もできることをしたい。
We haven't gotten Sora involved either. I just remembered. Like, Sora should be involved with us too.
ありがとう。
礼は不要。もう私たちは仲間なんだから。
Yeah, we're gonna have to get everybody involved.
なんていうか、ほっとしてる。俺の話を信じてくれて。
アーティファクトを拾ってなかったら、少しは疑っちゃってたかも。
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, we wouldn't have even talked to you probably if you didn't have an artifact.
私
So
は出会い方が意味深すぎたから信じるしかない。
どんな出会い方だったんですか？
ここで突然声をかけられた。
突然？
ええ、突然。不審者かと思って警戒した。
really, that's how we thought about you.
そ
So
りゃそうだわな。
けれどバルハラソサイエティの名前を出されたら信じないわけにはいかない。バルハラソサイエティのことを知っているのは私以外に一人だけ。
of course you have a little
妹だけ
sister.
だから。
Why is it the Chunies always have like a sister or something?
妹さんがいらっしゃるんですね。
いた。
ごめんなさい。
Uh-oh.
気にしなくていい。安易に話題に出した私が悪い。
だいたい話し終えたが、何か聞きたいことはあるか？
知りうる限りの生異物の契約者が起こした事件を教えて。
大きな事件はさっき話したやつ。人体石化事件。
連続殺人事件。
ああ。
Yep.
だからこそ止めたい。
他には？
うちの学校の火事。
学校？
ああ。ただこれは事件っていうか事故に近い。
暴走？
力を使うとき紋章が出るだろう。
出る。左手の甲だよ。
人によって違うんだ。結城は左目だよな。
Like we're just casually mentioning that.
ええ、そうね。瞳に浮かぶ。
力を使いすぎるとそいつが全身に広がる。しっかりと制御することができれば紋章、俺はスティグマって呼んでるんだが、そいつが自分の魂の色に変わる。
制御できなければ暴走する。
そういうことだな。俺の知る限り二人がすぐにその状態になることはない。力の使いすぎには気をつけてくれ。暴走すると精神もやられちまうから。
わかった。
火事はいつ？
明後日のはず。
Yeah, it's freaking coming up.
時間は？
昼休みに入ってすぐ。
そう、昼休み。急いで学校を出ても私が着いた頃には片付いていそうね。
こっちで何とかする。事前に防げるならそうするつもりだ。
わかった。他には？
とりあえずはこんなもんだな。
意外とって言い方は不謹慎だけど少ないね。
Oh, there's a lot more stuff that happens you don't want to know.
明らかにユーザーの犯行ってわかるのがその2つってだけかもな。
能力を隠した犯罪は他にも発生しているかもしれない。
Yeah,
っ
that's
て考え
possible.
るのが自然かもな。結城や九条のような正義感の強い人間ばかりじゃないから。
あなたもでしょ？
買いかぶりすぎだって。競馬とかの結果知ってたら絶対悪用してる。
Oh my gosh.
なんで九条ニコニコしてんの？
ごめんなさい。新見くんはしそうにないなって。
Oh yeah, no, it does not at all.
そこまで信用されると逆に反応に困るな。
友人を止めようと必死になっている。それだけで信用するには十分。
今夜よろしく頼む。
ええ。
Place my hands on the table and take a deep bow towards the two girls. I don't know if I should have been so straight up with the details about Yuichi. However, I do know that going to stop him alone would be reckless. I hate to admit it, but I don't stand a chance against Yuichi on my own. Tonight is what counts. Tonight, a new branch is definitely going to split off. Mark my words, I will stop him. Well, we're gonna see how that goes.
あ、やっと帰ってき
What
た。
the? Where did you come from, this frick? Just popping up. Sora, I mean, we need her to know about this too, so I guess this is good timing. Maybe we're gonna tell her right now. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the video off here. I actually need to go anyways, so this is good that it's ending right about here. But we're about to go and stake out Yoichi, right? I think we're gonna make sure that he doesn't kill that Kuho girl. And then tomorrow we got the fire incident, so we got a lot coming up that we need to be prepared for. And I want to make sure I have time to cover both of those events, because they're probably going to be pretty big. So we're going to see how the branch goes off. I have a feeling the game's going to take a turn here a little bit. And maybe we're going to see what effects we've had so far, because we're changing up things drastically. Like, we are changing it hugely. So I'm very excited about that. Look, we have that, and then we have this. So we've already gone through a little event already. Cool. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be playing some more pretty soon. So look forward to it. Anyways, guys, I'll see you next time.